Hello everyone. Let's see the growing importance of financial management to business. So there were a lot of changes that are taking place in the field of financial management. So a lot of opportunities are created. By the effective use of opportunities, finance department has become profit center of the organization. So let's see in brief the factors which explains the importance of financial management. First one, risk return trade off. Every project and securing of funds are analyzed in the light of risk and return. While selecting any project and the finance required for that, while analyzing that, firm will consider the risk and return associated in that project. Risk and return are considered as inseparable cousins. When you expect high return or high profit from the investment or from any project, then it is always associated with a higher risk. So right from the inventory management to capital budgeting, there is the need to trade off risk and management. Managing the risk and return from the investment. So this is a very complicated process, and modern financial management uses advanced statistical and mathematical tools to develop an optimum mix of risk and return. So lot of statistical and mathematical tools have been developed in order to have a proper mix of risk and return. Investors who are risk takers, they are ready to expect a higher risk because they are expecting a higher profit from the investment. And normally investors, they are expecting moderate rate of return just because to avoid higher rate of risk. Financial restructuring. There are many opportunities to reduce the cost of capital through financial restructuring. If the components in the capital structure, if it is wrongly mixed, there is too much debt, less equity, or there is too much equity, less debt in a capital structure, that will create a problem for the company. So in order to avoid this, companies can go for borrowing fresh to repay the existing expensive funds. I already given example of MRPL, where during gestation period it has too much debt in its capital structure. So later ONGC company, they took over this company and they injected equity. So they capital structurally ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಡೆಟ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ what is the main feature of debt? Compulsory payment of interest. Whether you are earning profit or not, you have to pay interest to the lender. To avoid this, equity is a tool where no need to pay dividend when you have no profit or no income. Even if you have income, it is not compulsory for the company to pay return to the shareholders. So every component will have its own merits and demerits. By considering that, firm should have a proper mix of capital structure. And nowadays companies, they can raise funds even from the foreign markets where the funds are available at a cheaper cost. Yes. Next is portfolio management. Highly efficient and profitable corporates generate huge cash surplus. So this cash surplus can be profitably invested in long-term and short-term securities. By using technology, it is easy to move funds from one investment avenue to another investment avenue. So that means portfolio management means where surplus cash generated by the company can be invested in different companies' securities. Instead of investing in one company, if you invest the fund in different companies, you can manage the risk which is associated with the investment. So you can expect a moderate rate of return from the investment. That is what portfolio management. By actively managing the portfolio of investment, the finance department adds to the profit of the corporate substantially. Designing innovative financial instruments. The instruments through which corporates borrow can be designed to benefit the company and investor. Financial management helps in changing the features of such instruments. Instruments like zero coupon bonds, multiple option bonds, non-voting shares are the examples of innovative financial instruments. Zero coupon bonds means it is a debt security that doesn't pay interest, but it is traded at a discount, and it renders a profit at maturity when the bonds are redeemed for its full face value. Then multiple option bonds means it is a contract that gives an investor or issuer the right to buy or sell a bond by a particular date for a predetermined price. Then non-voting shares means shares which do not have voting rights. Then fifth one, novel ways of rewarding shareholders. There are many methods for rewarding the shareholders. Companies through this way they are not only tries to maximize their profit, but also they tries to maximize the profits of shareholders on their investment in shares of the company. So let's see the different ways of rewarding the shareholders. That is annual dividend. So this is a dividend payable after preparation of final accounts and auditing of such accounts, and the rate of dividend will be little above the bank deposits. Interim dividend, dividend declared before finalization of accounts. So in the middle of the year dividend is paid before finalizing the annual accounts or financial statements. So it is paid before annual dividend. So many companies like Marico, HUL, Godrej Limited, all these companies declare interim dividend. Then special dividend. Special dividend means it is a hefty dividend declared once in a way. The rate of dividend is very high. Companies like HDFC, ONGC, etc., they declare this kind of dividend. Buyback of shares. Buyback of shares means after the buyback, the number of shares floating in the market that gets reduced, leading to the better market price for the shares. Buyback means buying shares from the shareholders. So when the market price is less than the book value, at that time companies they purchase shares from the shareholders at a price higher than the market price. So shareholders they are getting amount which is more than the market price. So that loss can be reduced. And even this is a method. This gives benefit for the existing shareholders who have not returned their shares to the company, because the number of shares floating in the market that reduces, leading to better price for the shares. Sponsored American depository receipts and global depository receipts. Some companies they list their shares in American and European stock exchanges at a price higher than the local stock exchanges. So in such a case, net proceeds are distributed to the shareholders from whom the deposit receipts have been received, so that investors they get higher value on the investment. Splitting the shares into lower denomination. Companies split their shares of higher denomination into lower denomination. This results in better valuation for the shareholders and better liquidity to the shares, in stock market. When the prices are very high means definitely investors they won't buy such shares, but by dividing or by splitting that shares into different units, so that shareholder they can purchase the small that one of the units of that shares. Then legal compliance. Financial management helps business to comply or follow the various legal requirements. Like for money market operations, companies they need to comply the provisions of RBI. Then for capital market, they need to follow the regulations of SEBI. Then for companies who are listing their shares in a stock exchange, they need to agree for the agreement, terms of the agreement of stock exchange. It is listing agreement ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Various taxation laws like corporate tax, excise duty, custom duty, dividend tax, etc. to be complied with by the business with the help of financial management. Monitoring share price movement. There are few companies which do not allow the price of their shares to be depressed by speculation, especially Reliance Industries Limited. So for that purpose they will establish investment trust for buying the shares when the price fall below the particular level due to speculation. So they continuously monitoring the price of shares in the stock market. In 2008, Reliance Power Limited, they made initial public offer, but the shares started quoting below the price at which allotment made. Allotment ಮಾಡಿರೋ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ಗಿಂತ ಶೇರ್ ಪ್ರೈಸಸ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ಲಿ ಕಂಪನಿ ಅನೌನ್ಸ್ಡ್ ದ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಟು ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಬೋನಸ್ ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಶೇರ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್ ಶೇರ್ಸ್. So they announced their plan to issue bonus shares so that shareholders started selling their shares, so the value of shares will not come down. Searching for investment opportunities. The organized markets like foreign exchange, commodity exchange and money market are very well developed, and because of technology, funds can be used very quickly. So, and a lot of investment opportunities are created due to the development in the field of financial management. So all these opportunities benefits the company as well as the shareholders. Facilitating organic growth. So when company has a profit, so that profit can be used for reinvestment for its activities like capacity expansion or entering into new areas of activity. Instead of giving dividend to the shareholders, that profit can be retained for the purpose of realizing its organic growth. So financial management studies such opportunities and it helps the business in evaluating the projects. So every single project is to be studied by the financial manager for feasibility and profitability, whether it is viable for the company to take up or whether it is profitable. So that is studied by the finance manager. Enabling organic growth. Organic growth, it is a traditional function of financial management. Many companies are always interested in mergers, acquisitions and takeovers. This is very complicated and it requires huge finance. Many companies like HUL, Tata Groups, IT companies, pharmaceutical companies, they are always looking for a takeover of competing firms. And even these Tata Groups, they are taking over foreign companies which are far bigger than acquiring companies. So mergers and takeovers are very complicated and it needs the intensive participation of financial management. So it should be properly planned regarding the requirements of funds, otherwise it will lead to a great failure to an organization. So these are the few importance of financial management to business. So by this we done with the first chapter. So in this chapter we discussed about meaning and definition. scope of financial management under traditional approach and under modern approach, and objectives of financial management, and finally the importance of financial management to business. Thank you.